Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up, everyone? Ron Jordan in the house. Good morning, sir. Ryan Brofit, how are you doing today? Ron Jordan is thriving, y'all. I expect nothing less from the legend. Dan, with the sciatic nerve pain. Other than that, life is good. Sorry, bud. I don't know what you do for that. Rest, ice, just, take a chill pill, go to the chiropractor. Just got back from the Cairo to take care of my sciatic issue. Oh, well, there you go. All right. Ron answered the question, babe. Good morning, David. How are you doing today, bud? Yeah, I haven't been to the chiropractor in a long, long time. I used to go pretty regularly. My wife used to always give me crap about it, and then we kind of switched roles, and now she found this chiropractor that she like absolutely loves. It's actually kind of a funny joke in our little friend group because one day she was trying to explain her chiropractor to her mom friends, and she said the phrase, um, "He makes me feel like a new woman." It's not exactly the thing that you want to hear as a husband, but obviously, like, I don't have chiropractor skills. So now it's like this running joke that like my wife has another man, and he's a married 80 plus year old chiropractor she goes to every week. And it's just funny because she goes when I'm home, like she that way she has the free time. It's like Thursdays and Fridays are when he's like guaranteed to be there. The other days it might be someone else. But I don't know if any of you guys have a favorite chiropractor or anything like that in your chiro offices, but it does make a huge difference. Morning, Jason.
Good morning, John.
Having someone who knows what they're doing. I've had some chiropractors that weren't that great, and I've had some that were really amazing. So, it just is what it is. What's your chiropractor take or life like?
I'll give a plus one for chiropractic. We used to go to one very regularly, and I'll agree with your wife. He totally made me feel like a new woman. Um,
Yep.
uh, this was like I don't know, like 2015. Started doing CrossFit. I since stopped, but at the same time, I started doing chiropractic with good, who ended up becoming a really good friend
Okay.
through that, and that combination of like regular fitness and chiropractic was was life changing. Um,
Yeah.
and personally, not being a licensed chiropractor, I am obsessed with finding different ways to like give my back traction, like
Okay.
just like stretching it, making it feel good, which is probably not the best thing to be doing. Like I do a lot of like this neck twisting to get those pops, which feels great.
Hmm.
I do a lot of like inversion stuff. I have those old school boots that you put on your ankles and hang from a bar. Feels awesome, and I would do like 5 minutes at a time. And then I was talking to a chiropractor earlier in the year, and some knowledge that they imparted on me was that kind of stuff you should not be like, any kind of twisting you should stay away from, as well as extended uh, traction.
Mm.
Those muscles in your back are meant to be taking that pressure, and the more that you stretch them out, the weaker that you make them to take that pressure. So there's a little unprofessional help tip from Jay this morning. um, yes, Ron, twisting like golf. Yeah. Dr. Feel Good. Yeah, it feels good, but it's not good in the long run.
Uh-oh. Jay with the hot take first thing in the morning, y'all.
But yeah, any kind of like back rolling, I'm just kind of obsessed with learning. Like Kristen will lay down. Kristen has like the tightest back, like shoulders. She kind of sits most of the day to work, but like I'll like play chiropractor and I'll try to like make adjustments. Um, and I can't get her upper back. It's so tight.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I'm known in my household for bear hugging everyone until their back goes in my hands. Like it's like a really lovely feeling that I get, especially like my wife's, because uh hers just makes the loudest noise.
yeah, David, excellent life tip here. Yeah, just stretches. Like if you stretch regularly, you won't have to do weird back things to make things pop. Also, an issue in my scapula, and my chiro said to raise my PC screen. Yes, that works. Make sure that your elbows at a 90-degree angle at your desktop. That's a good tip. So many.
Yeah, I probably have the worst chair for like chiropractic and back needs, but they came with the office. It's I think that the chairs might maybe older than I am, so I don't have
That's
the
a
heart to.
majestic chair. I don't care what damage it's doing
It
to your back.
looks,
Dom. It looks
like it
good.
reclines all the way. So at the end of the day, when it's like time to put your feet up and relax for a half an hour before going home, it does really come in clutch. Um, but I do miss having a really good like chair, like a goat chair. I wish I had a goat chair.
Goat
That's a
skin.
V
Delicious.
that's a V Friends thing. It's
A
like a
great,
gate.
grateful goat chair. I'm currently
Gift
on a
goat.
stool. I have a rolly chair, but I have the stool that I'm sitting on. I actually really like it because it prevents me from getting too comfortable for too long. Check out crossover symmetry. Oh, I will probably trust Brofits better than my hack chiropractic work. So
I think that's what he's trying to say. I think he's been sitting there doing a bunch of dots, like a little like. Well, how's your day going? How's your week going? What'd you think of the reading?
reading was good. It definitely hit as a girl dad. The week is starting okay. I'm a little bit of self awareness. I always come up to summer break and I'm glowing, and I previously said that there's a week where that kind of plateaus off. You know, yesterday was a day where this is the first week ever that all three kids are doing something. Two kids are in summer school, mostly enjoying it. One kid in a summer camp. And yesterday was a day where I found myself kind of reacting to the like. There were like three main jobs that was trying to get done: cleaning up from camping, packing all that up,
Mhm.
updating a garden bed, like tasks that I felt were just kind of like keeping me busy. And I felt like I was kind of it's kind of like a reactive day. Like stopped doing the garden thing, went to the bathroom. Now the door is opening up against the door jamb. So now that becomes a thing. Then I go online and I'm looking at like how to fix a door jamb. So like I'm in that stage where it's like school's over, the kids are out of the house, Kristen's working at home, and the thoughts that kind of come through my head are, is this what it feels like to be like an empty nester? Is this like a little preview? Possibly. But that was kind of an interesting thought experiment. Just kind of thinking about like, what me and Kristen will be like whenever that time hits. Um,
Yeah. Is that something pretty normal, like for you, like summer wise?
it is normal, but it's come out in different ways. Like last summer, this summer I feel like I'm kind of considering a lot more things like we talked a lot about like the like professional duties are gone, personal duties are here, and I'm thinking about that a lot more. Last summer, it was more like I got like the 2 weeks passed, and I was antsy, and I wasn't really thinking about why I was feeling that way. Like I don't think I was aware of that separation between summer and work, besides just being a fun time. And I'm like, why am I antsy? Why am I not enjoying it? So this particular week when I have this time where I'm going to be mostly alone, um, I'm gonna I feel like I have to kind of explore some of these new thoughts that I've considered over the past few months.
Yeah.
Um, that's where I'm at. How about you? What's going on with you?
Doing good. Work was good yesterday. Um, just kind of in a waiting period. Like my two jobs that were busy had me going all this stuff to do. Like they're both just waiting right now, and it kind of sucks. So I'm able to focus on the other one, which is good. That one's moving along. So wife took the kids out to Palm Desert with her friends. So they were, texting me pictures of them poolside and, all of that coyote on the golf course and nighttime fun and stuff like that. So they're having a good time. They're enjoying their summer, um, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm just hanging out, just working. And then, yeah, went home with the in-laws, just got some sleep, woke up this morning and realized that I am down an AirPod. So I gotta just hope that it doesn't get somehow tossed in some laundry at my in-laws. So, yeah, gotta find that thing. Brand new AirPods, lost one.
Mine are I have one not working and one working, which is also another thing that I have that's going to distract me. It's like I have like a list of things that I want to get done that are more long term, that I don't want to wait till the last minute because that's classic me. Um, and that's kind of what's eating at me at the particular moment. It's getting out of this reactionary frame of mind.
That was my,
Um,
I think that was my reading yesterday in the Daily Stoic. Um, yeah, solve problems early.
yeah.
Um, Something about not pushing them down the hill till they become a bigger to do and just like knocking out the stuff early, which I'm pretty guilty of too, of like, some task comes up at work or in life that is like either like a failure or like something that I missed, and instead of just like going right at it, right into it and taking care of it and admitting, that it was a problem or that's something that I failed, um, just kind of, oh, that's too difficult right now. And then like, week, 2 weeks go by and then the weight of it, um like, oh, now I have to admit that not only I failed, but then I just like sat on it for like a week or two. And it's just that much harder.
Hmm. Let's use that as a segue into today's reading, Tom. Uh,
Hmm.
do you want to give a little 30-second synopsis of today?
I mean, today, capable of change. So this one is one that was very helpful to me. This is kind of stuff that I think I caught on to pretty early in my reading journey, where it's like I used to think that I was just one way or one type of person and like wasn't able to change. And it's through, books like this and other books from Ryan Holiday and other stuff that I've read, just helped me understand that like if you work at it, like if you it's no different than like what Brofit does in the morning or what bunch of us do in the morning, is just like if you work at it, you can, change the way you are. You could change the way you look, you could change the way you feel, you could change the way you act. It's all about practice. It's all about putting in those reps. It's all about just even if you, so the story that they tell is Ted Williams. Even if you grow up in an abusive childhood and family, and obviously like that's the one of the more difficult things to overcome. But you can change even if it's in the smallest way. Like it doesn't seem like from what I gathered in the story that like he changed an incredible amount, but just you know just even in the smallest way, like going from a kid that was abused and had no uh um or my no real like parental upbringing and like not a good role model in his life, to someone just being able to sit there and be capable of passing love on to his children is just like the simplest changed.
Yeah.
And it happened, the reading basically says it happened through his children. Like he wasn't there yet, and then he had kids, and we all know that feeling. They do something to you. They open up your heart. They show you a side of you that you didn't know existed, maybe a side of you that you weren't sure you had, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'll go I'll continue with the change theme that you brought up. And we talked about a few, maybe it was last week. We talked about the differences between like early 30s version of us versus now, where it's like it's not that we weren't doing good, it's just like we didn't have the tools, or we were developing those parenthood muscles, whatever. And along with that comes, maybe you call it a greater sense of empathy, um, a better understanding of taking in different points of view. Like if I were to if 30-year-old me were sitting here right now, I would say that I was much more closed off. I th- I remember thinking of myself as a very open-minded person, which I feel like that was true, but I think I was very almost maybe idealistic, but didn't really know how to express or consider some of these things that come along with parenthood. And I'm not saying that like having kids is the key to becoming a better person. That's definitely not true. But I would say that I've definitely softened up quite a bit since having girls, because I don't know what having boys is like. I'm sure boys is another flavor of that for sure. Um, but like having three girls in the house and a female wife and two female dogs and two female cats and one male cat that almost died. Uh,
Oh man.
definitely, it's definitely rounded off, kind of sanding down my corners a bit for sure. So I connect with this page because I feel like I'm a lot better at expressing my appreciation for the people around me, including you and everybody that's jumping in every morning.
Yeah.
Like it all makes me a better person for sure. Healing inner child. Yeah, Dylan, that's a great point. Having kids definitely keeps me young, as well as teaching the same age group too.
That's that's amazing. First off, for Dylan. So I'm very happy about seeing that phrase this morning. Um, yeah, I mean that I was that way too, but
Solidarity, Ron.
I was the girl dad for the longest time. Ron, you have a son though. I think he's talking about you, but I'm pretty sure Ron has a son. Um, I was a girl dad for a really long time. And that was my persona for sure. And then I had my son, and it definitely is different. He's older and out of the house. Okay, gotcha. That's right. Um, so now it's you and ladies. Gotcha. Um, yeah. I'll be the opposite of that. The ladies will go first, and then it'll be me and my son taking over. Um, but now he's vibing with mom. He's like a little mama's boy. Wants nothing to do with me. That's very untrue. He wants to beat the crap out of me every second. So
That's love. He loves you.
right? What's really funny is like I'll just be in the room talking to my wife, and he'll come up and he'll punch or smack me in the back so hard that like she almost yells at him, and then he just keeps going. It's almost like a chiropractic massage for me in the morning. Um, the whole thing where you like lay on the floor. Like so when I lay on the floor when I was a girl dad, like the girls would just come and lay on top of me and cuddle me or jump over me. My son just like tries to like break me, like jumping up and down, like trying to crack ribs, like whatever it is. It's a different life. I don't know. But I think it's also you're different as a parent, like I never felt like used to wrestle with my girls a little bit, but like it just comes out a lot more with my son is all. And so he's learned through our interactions. Yep, WWF wrestling live.
Let's wrap that around back to chiropractic. You ever had a bad chiropractic session? I think you were mentioning that before.
I actually I haven't had I haven't had like no, I've had some decent enough experiences. I think the first one I ever went to, like after a car accident, the best thing about it was he had his program was that you go in every time you could go in every time and go in with a masseuse. And the masseuse that he had there was like just the best. Like I still compare those sessions to like every masseuse I've ever like went to, even if it's like, um, like going on vacation and getting a massage or something like that. Like I think every now and then I think about looking her up. It's like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
had oh, sorry.
go ahead. You had a bad one?
Well, he was very professional. Before I went in, I did not know that he was a soft chiropractic practitioner, which is much different than what you imagine a regular chiropractic session to be, where it's like you're being pressed on, everything's popping. This was a very smooth, just like stretching out the spine very unsatisfyingly. And I was sitting there and I was like, I just need this one joint popped, just crack it. But
Yeah.
it was just kind of like gentle stretching, and it lasted like 2 minutes. And he finishes like, all right, we're done. And he did this little shock thing on my ear, which I don't know what that was for, but that was pretty unsatisfying.
My wife said something like there's chiropractors at her place that they just do something like clicking with a pen or like with some sort of like device, and
Oh
they
yeah.
like don't actually like touch her or like crack her or anything like that. Like, and so that's why she like very strictly like looks for this, older 80-year-old gentleman that does the old school way and like, just yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pressure tool. It's like a really focused snap on like a really tiny area. Yeah, I
Mhm.
enjoy that. But I just want to be manhandled sometimes. Just crack me, break me in half.
I love like Jason or David's line up here about five live with five long-haired women and have plumber on speed dial. How are you, Jason, about snake and drains? Have you got there yet with your girls, or because I
Yep,
know
just did it 2 weeks ago.
okay.
It's disgusting.
It's so bad, dude. My son, he won't go in our shower, like our master shower, so because there's like these little piles of hair, and he's like, "That's gross. I'm not going in there." So like, yeah, I have to
Yeah,
clean that
it's
shit out for him.
yeah. I mean, you're past the threshold when you could either take a shower or a bath. You just have to sit for a second,
Yeah,
and nothing's draining. That's
always,
when the snake comes out for sure.
always piles of hair in the shower.
And the Drano doesn't even dissolve the hair; it just turns it into this creature that you gotta drag out in bits. It's Wookiees, yeah, like a giant Wookie coming out of the drain.
that's something that the world doesn't prepare you for, right? Like I don't know if it's like you're blinded when you're a son. Like, cause I had a mom and a sister like my entire life growing up, right? So I don't remember that as much. But man, does it feel like it tripled like once I became married and had girl kids.
Yeah. Well, I'll props to Glenn Turner. Dad got me ready for it. He would do that with his floss. He would floss in the shower, and then he would like flick it against the wall of the shower, and
To
that
see if
that
it
was
would
a normal
stick.
thing. That was a normal thing for me. Um, I didn't do it, but it was just like that's just something you kind of get used to. But that's what also clogged the drain in the shower that I jumped in. So thanks, Dad, for prepping me for long hair in the drain with floss.
Oh man. That's yeah, like Ron said it right here. Nobody tells you these stuff about these pretty ladies, you know?
A lot of work goes into making these ladies pretty, and one of those things, one of those work items is cleaning drains.
Shedding.
and and the plus 10 bottles of whatever they put on their body, shampoo, oils, schmuckers, probably. I don't know.
Do you ever just feel like you want to like go around the whole house and collect every bottle and then just like snap a picture of it?
Yeah,
Ugh, that
bottles.
just
Yeah.
when you said that, that's what that made me wanted to do. It made me wanted to open every cabinet. We're in that phase right now because we've been living in this house for four, I think we're coming up on our fourth year. And I'm in that phase where I'm picking a cabinet or so every week or every other week and just emptying it out and trashing half of what's in there because it's like how cabinets are way too. It's funny
Deep,
as
too deep.
yeah, I deal with this every day, but like people complain about space, and I'm like, you're not going to use that space, right? Like it's going to become this. It's going to
Yeah,
become like I like to tell people, I'm like, when you move out of your current house to move into your new house, you're going to throw away half of your stuff. You know why you're going to do that? Because you're going to open a cabinet. You're going to see the stuff in the front that you use every day. And then by the time you dig to the back of the cabinet, you're going to be like, why do I have all this shit? And so you throw it away. But then you're going to come to your new house and you're going to put the stuff in the front and be like, it looks so nice. But in 4 years, there's going to be just layers of stuff.
my
And since this
condolences. My condolences go out to all the almond extract in the back of kitchen cabinets.
Yep. Mm.
Lost but never forgotten. That's what I always find in the back.
Yes, sir. All right, guys.
37 bottles of shampoo and conditioner, and I'm bald. You never know. You can change. You can change, Dr. Feelgood.
Oh, I love it. We hit a chord.
Coconut oil. Oh, yes.
It's weird. It's weird the ladies aren't with us today.
We have to make a list of like the conversations that elicit the best chats. And right now, it seems like shampoo bottles are in the top three. All right. Well, speaking of almond extract, I gotta go make some French toast. Get these kids moving. Dom, great to see you as always.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
Everybody in
Have a
chat,
great day.
names
Get
as
those
always.
get those projects done.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. And yeah, go trash a couple bottles of shampoo on me. See ya later.